All right, testing one, two. Testing one, two, test. All right, welcome to Dread Pirate's Secret Lair. We'll just wait for a few more watchers to join, and we will go into more details about the new features that came with Guns of Glory Update 1.7. Two viewers right now. I'm expecting maybe five, six. We'll do a short, like a little class on Guns of Glory. And so maybe in the meanwhile, I can explain why we are ending up doing a live session. Basically, I posted my generic recording this morning following the update of Guns of Glory to 1.7. I, on purpose, not really missed any items, but I went for the very general presentation of everything. So I kept pushing a little more, and I kept testing a few more things also on my end. So in the recording, I did not start any bounties. I did not add the required materials, which is now a problem solved. So basically, from the hero store, when looking at the total number of coins that you have, clicking on the plus is not a link to gold top-ups or anything like that. It is a link to your own inventory. So more or less materials, guard fragments, like all kind of stuff that like may become useful in the future. I may not want to discard my duelist fragments even if I don't really think, and even in King of Avalon, I've never crafted a piece of duelist by getting one fragment at a time. It was done purchasing gold and like buying the chests. I already cleared a few items, so the main one is I was keeping 105 fragments of a blue guard, not Brisement, I believe. So I had a lot of it. I have no intention of spending one single piece of XP on that very specific guard. So I've transformed everything into coins that I can now trade at the hero shop. I did the same with materials that I won't need anymore, like those blue sandalwood, blue feather, the blood, the tourmaline. Of course, I will keep the tanzanite and the other blue one, benatoite. But I cleared maybe 300 of the first two, another few hundreds of those two purple. Now I get a pretty decent amount of those coins. What I do not want to do right now is I have enough, definitely enough to start new bounties. As you can see, now some players I've started some fairly expensive ones. I'm pretty sure it took a toll on the total number of items, of parcels that we have spread across the alliance. So just to be on the safe side, I'll just wait for those two bounties to to be completed, and I will check with the rest of the team where we're at this point. Like, do we have enough parcels to keep pushing another 400, and so on? Because yep, there is actually a cost linked to this. So I would say the strategy here is try to start bounties, or most bounties are available for items that you cannot purchase directly in the store. So I cannot work on the airship experience, hero experience. So there's a few things that still is not available here. So depending on where you're at this very precise point in the game, depending on what you can buy or not from the expedition, from the crystal mines. So, can I buy enough steel from here? Should I buy something else? Like, do I generate enough crystals to work on my airship and can focus on other stuff in other store? That is the big thing that is hard to explain without getting to know each and every player individually. But so far, my logic when it comes to bounties would be to definitely start bounties for stuff that you cannot get in store. Because 27k, that's still a lot. That's a big investment. I've said 27k. The level 1 bounties will require 13.5k, level 2 27, and then the level 3 54k. So that's pretty much half of what I have right now. That's almost precisely half of what I have, but that cost me a lot. Like that was months and months and months of materials that I had accumulated. Same thing for the guards. So I see this, that was a one-time deal. I got rid of items that I did not need, but it's still gonna take me almost half a year to get the exact same amount. So There's a few there that I may still be able to clean up. There's a few materials. I need to take a decision about that one guy that I'm pretty sure I will never push, but it's 45 fragments. I don't want to get rid of them right away, not being sure of what's going to be my next move. So right now the big question is what to do with that 100 and so. I am an R4, I can see the list of items. Actually, everyone can see the list, but I could start buying stuff for myself. It still sounds cheaper for me to buy a red diamond from the expeditions. It's 900 of those coins, and I know on a daily, or let's say I know on a weekly basis about how many coins I can get. Of course, I get a little bit better like each and every week, but it's not a big difference. I know the airship expedition is a very big day. I get about 4,000, a little bit more than 4,000 coins. That's 4 red diamonds that I can buy after only one day of getting those expedition coins. Oh, sorry, the mouse is dragging a little bit, but we will get there. Anyways, it's 917 if I'm not mistaken, or 907. We're almost there. So even at some point it could almost be possible to consider trading some of those coins and go spend them in the Hall of Heroes. I'm not sure if it would be worth it. I think one sandalwood is worth 3 coins in the other shop, and red diamond 916. So it's still fairly cheap compared to the other shop. So those were the big pieces that were not included in the previous video. I did explain the concept of as an R4 how to provide items from the list, recommendation to let players tell you the items that they need and how many they need. So an R4 can put them into the store, the players grab them grab them as we keep adding them, and we keep control on how we are spending those jewels. Now we've seen into more details, let's say all that blood. I'm still not gonna need all of this. I'll keep 100 just to be safe, or I'll sell 100. It really doesn't matter at this point. So that's 5 per flask of blood. Do the same here. Get rid of 70 of those guys. Boom, boom. But that's still only, that's not even 1,000. So I'm still trading some averagely good material for not that many, not that many coins. That's not gonna help me start a ceremony right away. So we still need to be careful with how we spend. Okay, so past that point, like we can take that session pretty much everywhere we want regarding the latest, the latest updates, the new features that were released. That's actually pretty much it. Besides that, I'll be hitting some red camps, doing some rallies. One of my building actually just finished not long ago. And there we go. We'll simply open up the floor for questions and we can talk about any topic that you will feel is interesting. So don't hesitate to use the chat, ask a question for Dread, and I'll do my best to do it, prove it, explain it, whatever will be needed. Right, don't be shy, join the session, ask questions. We'll send a quick reminder to the kingdom. And there we go. So what should we be working on today? I don't even have the construction skill right now, the way that my build is set up. So we grab some RSS. We'll make sure that at least we cut down on the construction speed. Boom. And it will be a tent or in an hospital. So actually right now my hospital doesn't look too bad because I got the VIP 10 and I know I still have more buffer from bringing my Green Guard Lord Winter to 2 stars, so I could add at any time another almost 25k to my hospitals. That's actually not too bad, or I'm happy with that right now. We'll bring them all up to levels 26, 27 shortly, but I'm still also working on the Castle 30 at this point, and that costs a lot. So I try to reduce costs on that account so that I can better work on the other. So let's keep producing more soldiers in a faster way. We'll keep increasing the training speed, another half percent. There we go. Alright, so look, I'll try to entertain the only viewer that I have right now, but I'll just be basically playing the game, even looking at a few things. We did have an update, so let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, that is great news. Boom. Now the Victory Stone is also available from the shooting range. I'm almost sad that my number is not higher right now. I was actually waiting for that day to happen for a while. I know the Victory Gem, and actually that's worth doing a quick announcement. So thanks for watching, Terror. There we go. And the big news, actually that was a big miss on my end. It should have been part of the first recording. One update after the other, I always come and check that section. Now let's simply see if I don't think I can really do better than this. Double hope, like raw hope with a victory. I don't really care about any of the other items, but it does sound better. That's one level 4, 3 level 3, 5 level 3, 3 level 3. Oh, 4 level 4. Okay, that one could be slightly better, and anyway, at some point I need to take a decision. I only want one very specific item from the list. Let's start it. It's been a while, like it's been at least 2, 3 weeks, maybe a whole month that I've not played around with this thing. I don't really believe in the rapid fire. I tried it once and it does the exact same thing that I can do manually. Since I don't get to do this super often, I'll just randomly click all over the place, and we're already done. So it will help refining, getting my old gems a little better, and as expected, the best stuff. Actually, I might have got lucky at some point. Maybe 4 or 5 times level 3. No, that's not too bad either. All right, so we'll just wait. That was the big fun. Almost one 1 month waiting to go to the shooting gallery or shooting range or whatever. And there we go. So let's burn some stam. Or I was not planning on starting a live session, so my marches might be out. No, I went into the crystal mines. Let's see if the search engine got better. No beasts. Guards only all the way to 24. I will try to avoid the pain of you looking at me trying to find a decent camp on computer. So I'll use one of my device instead, and we'll try to launch a rally from a different account. So that gives you another possibility. I am about to get back into not exactly the boring stuff, but the daily usual stuff, just to keep my account up to date. So that if you have any precise questions, if you feel that we should review a few things about airship, because by now I think that the new release, like we've covered pretty much everything. The other things about the new release is just to like get to know your teammates, get to know how many bounties can you complete in a day, in a week, and so on. And definitely today was a very special day. Everyone got a lot and a lot of parcels. Now the big question is the next time that we will pop up a 400, will we be able to complete it? Yes or no? We will see in time. All right. And obviously this is day one. Everyone is extremely excited. Finding camps is getting a much harder task than it can be on a regular day. But I'm sure I will be able to find something. And you see, this is now, I can see the questions in chat, and the best thing I could do, maybe to send a quick reminder. I don't mind repeating the same stuff. Repetition is an excellent way to learn. And since I'm still looking for a possible, well, at the same time, I switched to one of my mobile device right now, so I'm also grabbing the free stuff, all the freebies, and doing a couple of things there. Alright, my previous camp got completely emptied. I'm still focusing on food and only food from rallies, so now I need to find a camp level 30 or 33 with some food left in it. Well, I also noticed that you will get some of the new items, the parcels required to complete the bounties. You also get them from lower chests. You don't need level 7 chests. I got a few from level 6 as well, but it always better just and I did find a camp with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left. It's gonna refresh before I can hit. So let's keep scrolling. Boom, boom, boom. I already know I can kill any of those camps by bringing only one troop with me. So you are gonna see myself doing a pass to myself. So basically I'm just sending one cavalier from one account. I'll join with the strongest account, and boom baby, that's gonna be 430, almost 450k food for Uncle Dread. Alright, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on my rally. Sometimes, well, especially in this case, I used stamina from one account to provide only one single troop. There is a very, very good reason why I do this. It's because I want to hug all of the RSS. So at the same time, I want to make sure that there won't be any latecomers or anyone. There we go. You're on TV, buddy. But you're the only one watching this. So let's hope the recording will make people go crazy. And let's see if anyone else in the kingdom. Huh, okay, there we go. You can't really teach everyone and be the best at the exact same time. So the idea is also to wrap up wrap up the session and get to my regular things. Okay, so I have 3 minutes. I know it is a little annoying to see this on computer. I would rather do this directly on my phone, where swiping is much faster and much more efficient, but I'm not even sure that the update has been released for iOS yet. We definitely need to double check, and I am after silver, silver, and only silver. Go. That's also another good indication that maybe FunPlus could look into adding a third preset for the equipment. Just dropping it right there on YouTube. Maybe someone will actually do something about it, but I do believe that since the opulence has been released, um, yeah, combat, farming slash healing, and opulence on a third preset would be very, very nice. Okay, back to gathering. So as usual, it's peace, but I don't want to lose my good reflexes. I will be sending as many artillery as possible to do the gathering. This is still based on the idea that we could be at war right now. I could be bubbling, well, I could be forced to be shielded and protected right now. If tile hits would be allowed, I would not really mind losing some artillery. So they take the risk. If you get bumped from your tile, you don't lose much. Alright, so while everyone is busy learning about the new features, it's a little bit easier to actually find the nice silver gathering tiles. Alright, and I'm gonna keep one free just in case you would like me to demonstrate anything that requires troops and troops that are not currently stuck in a rally. Which rally is... come on. Ah, who did this? I need to switch through my devices and I won't be able to kick him out in time. Oh, that's alright. I don't mind. It's a little bit of a waste of stamina, but it won't affect the resources that I'm about to get. But definitely each player sending at least one troop will get the chests, will get some benefits of riding with me. Right, so again, quick reminder, if you are currently watching, don't hesitate to use the chat feature. It's live right now. You can ask any question, dare me to do anything that is not related to attacking another player, because we are at peace right now. So obviously a live session during wartime could be a little bit more interesting to watch. So we'll just focus on what do you need to do on a daily basis to actually get strong and be able to defeat those opponents when the times come. And also trying to keep okay, let's avoid looking at the R4 room while recording my show, but also trying to keep an eye on what's happening in the Alliance at the same time. Also, that's going to be the big question. So, I will hit the camp in 2 minutes 14 seconds. Then I'm gonna have some troops landing on the silver mine. So basically, I'm gonna keep an eye on this because I have only 25 seconds to change my gear between the two. I still want to do max damage. I'm not even sure if well, it was a level 31. I should be able to kill it without my combat gear on, but still, I rather put all the odds in my favor, keep my stats high, kill the camp, then switch back to gathering just before my troops will land on the silver mine. But if I start talking about something else or doing something else, I will forget about this. I will not be able to gather all of the level 6 or level 7 silver mine, and some people may start complaining in the kingdom because that's what we do these days. We are farmers and we try to be careful when gathering. And well, at least the screen is moving. We have something to watch, and at the same time, I'll be using a mobile device to keep aware of what's happening. That basically means that I will be back with you in 40 seconds. Boom, baby. Switch back. Let's take a closer look. But right now, level 31 was definitely not the best of the best. I was already getting 400 food from a level 30 with 100% damage. I do believe the only difference is 3k food. If I'm not mistaken, a level 30 gives 28 or maybe it's 30. So I don't get that much, if not the level 7 chest. So we're only talking about a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, but in a few weeks, a few months from now, it will make a huge difference. Alright. Other than that, now that our alliance kind of woke up, let's see how we are doing. Okay, that's much, much, much better. Like, obviously, Europeans had a slight advantage on us today. We know that there's some smart players in that RDH team, and basically they got the update early morning their time. We got the update for me Eastern time that was in the middle, like in the middle of the night. So we need the people with the right knowledge to come online, tell the others where how they should use the new features. But since we are like much stronger and we have a lot more active players, I was expecting us that at the end of the first day we would catch up and maybe get to first rank. But now, the more videos I do, and the best those videos are, I'm actually shooting myself in my own foot. So there we go. So that will actually become a way to see how people are like spending those unused items. Today, someone can rank super high in that category, but in a week from now, how is it really gonna look like? It really depends on the scraps that you get from the game and how much time can it take you to actually gather the 13.5k required to launch a ceremony. Okay, let's see if it would be safe for me to start one now. Nah, it's another 400. Brilliant. Okay, well, let's donate everything I have, and then we will have a talk about leaving room for the others. Oh yeah, and I can donate on my mobile devices because they are iOS devices and it's not updated right now. Oh, it is installing. Okay, so the update is available on all devices. I started the live stream on PC. I'll stick to PC for now. But definitely the next one, I'll be able to do it from the phone, and it's much better for the viewers and for me as well. I don't feel extremely efficient managing my main accounts on PC and dragging my mouse all over the place. It's gonna be back. Oh, and a little Wi-Fi issue. The stream is still up, but I need for my emulator to come back to me. Okay. Hey, stuff that happens once in a while when pushing the limit of your network. Okay. I was about to check where my stamina, if I add like close to 20 stamina, that's also a good reminder that I built some stuff earlier on. Okay. I may need to pause the session at some point to maybe make it a little bit easier on BlueStack, or I'll close one. Okay. that is slightly annoying, but I keep looking around and I cannot, yeah, I cannot do any better than this. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I'm not sure if I want to try it again. Let's try something else. Make sure that we have strong connectivity. Nope. Alright, well, apologies for the technical problem right now. Maybe I should check who else is currently eating up all of my bandwidth. Oh, come on, baby. Okay, so I will be muted for a minute or two. Let me try to find the source of that network failure. It is extremely annoying. I will be right back with you, viewers. Okay, well, maybe I'll use that time to do a quick reminder. It is a live session, but there is a few seconds of buffering compared to the live to the visual that you are getting on your end. So basically, if you are to type in a question, please expect a little delay in providing the answer, or to stop with my current explanation, read the question, and come back to you with the answer. Okay, that looks better. Let's let the game load, and maybe in the meanwhile, let's talk a little bit more generally about gaming. I was watching Revenge on King of Avalon earlier. I thought it was kind of funny that he kind of changed game last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. Went for a what it is, firstborn or iron something something. Well, basically the exact same game with a different, well, a different approach to. That's brilliant. A slightly different approach to, let's say, pay to win games. But it's basically the exact same concept of creating your own city, building, upgrading your different buildings, attacking other people, speeding up the attacks. Pretty much the same game. It's just the concept of doing events and generating gold instead of spending gold to be able to participate in events. And it seems that he now is back to King of Avalon. There's been donations to raise him to Castle 40 as quickly as possible. So he became the fourth player in King of Avalon to reach Castle 40. And the last I've heard, he was burning his own kingdom because that's what viewers want to see. Okay, sorry about that. Was making sure and double checking everything. I do think that the stream went down for a few seconds. Seems that no one is watching right now, so Alright, well, took a quick break. I can see that someone came back. So, everything seems to be stable now. I just had to take care of other business on the side. But we're now back up to 21. All of my marches have landed and I'm gathering right now. We've sent a quick reminder to the team to stop misusing the new features. And let's see if I could get lucky and maybe get to the last. Come on. The last captain or guard that was available from that camp. Yes, it is. So I always assume that this is fairly obvious, but for a few people doing rallies is kind of new, or they were using random strategies. So basically, or as explained in previous recordings available on my YouTube channel, I'll use my farm or I gather food solely by doing rallies. That is the only way. Well, events, packs, everything else on the side. Sorry about that. Yeah, need to keep an eye on many things happening right now, but always still calling what's in your rally and your expectations. So for me, 9 times out of 10, I can use multiple accounts to feed myself and make sure that the biggest account just gets enough help from another. So closed will be there pretty often, and let's also make sure that we don't get too many people in. So it's a quick and very basic math. There is X amount of resources available per red camp that you hit, and it costs X stamina. So for 20 stamina, should it be only two players splitting the loot, can you defeat the red guard that you're going after by yourself? So the best way is always to bring two players, and one is more or less sacrificing his 20 stam to only send one troop, so that the bigger player can get 100% damage and basically gets all the loot, all the resources from the camp. Makes everything easier and is basically the only way to bring your castles to to a high level or maybe past level 26. All right, so this is going. Let's see what else could we cover together today. Maybe doing another quick reminder. Let's have a little bit of fun. This is an intruder from Kingdom 124. So we'll have a little fun with Magba, who is the bad guy from Kingdom 124, and obviously he joined the Russian mafia on our server, but they don't do they don't do extremely good. They are farms of DDS. That would be another way of saying it. And quick reminder. Yep, and that apparition from Mukba, I will need to take another short break and go talk with the council about this. Right. This remains one of the great aspects of King of Avalon, Guns of Glory. And a little bit more explaining to do. Right. That won't take too long, it's just that I cannot exactly repeat what I'm saying on the mobile device. Just trying to tell people to take it easy. Alright, let's see what we could do now. Yep, the point is not to complain about players here, so I don't have any stamina left. Uh, Today's expedition is the combo, and I've already maxed it out on Sunday. I have not refined any gems, I have not crafted any combat related gear, so I can always give it a quick shot just for the sake of it, but I'm not expecting to get better results. Yeah, 71, 59, and I've already tried many, many, many times. It comes very, very close. I'm very close to actually getting it, but hey, 243 little thingy like this. It can wait. Nothing too urgent. Actually, on the combo, yeah, before I start getting purple, most of like material is always good, but one single level one gem I have nothing to do with this. Like it's completely worthless. So really not spending in order to be able to beat that guy, so I can get access to a thing worth 10 refining points. That's about it. Yeah, it is a level 1 stallion gem. Was impressive 6 months ago, but today I really don't care about this. And since I have a few more people on the line, I will complain about one more thing, which may be brilliant from a developer point of view, but I'm extremely unhappy today not to be getting any syringes. So all those 30 plus camps and the level 7 chests and all that nice stuff, I'm not sure that they actually worth not going for syringes and get those gratitude chests. So as of right now, like until the end of that event, I may actually focus on level 30. And level 30 will be super easy to find. No one wants them anymore since you can have 31, 32, and so on. So I may change my strategy based on the event currently going on. Getting those goodies from the gratitude chest sounds like a much, much better option. Okay, not much here. If the lady asks for the link, we will send it. And now players will also learn to behave on chat, because, hey, you're on TV now. And as usual, like a quick reminder, don't hesitate to use the chat feature at this point. I've already talked about everything that everyone like wanted to know about the new release and so on. So if you would like me to come back on some of those topics, clarify a few more things about the new features, don't hesitate to ask. But basically, I started the feed 1 hour ago, and that was our very, very first topic. And right now, let me double check. I don't think that it's possible for me to know if the viewers that are currently watching are the same viewers or different as before. So yeah, so far you are all unknown people watching me. I don't get many details on who it is, so I may actually wait to get a question before coming back on topics that I've already covered earlier. So anyway, my job is pretty much done on my main account. So maybe I will switch to my farms where I will not have access to the Hall of Hero, but we can talk about farming or about other stuff. So let me just double check. I've got 7 hours here. Um, no one should actually kick me from the mine. Of course, it can always happen, but I've made sure. Or yesterday was a pretty good day. 21 hours here, so it feels safe to change my airship class. We will get into gathering mode, and since we are at it, I can wait. I can wait for a few more seconds and maybe see if you have any questions about setting up airship skills. I will do it anyway because I don't have much to add right now. It will be part of the recording, so looking at the whole session, everyone will also be able to find something useful about the airship. So building or the way I will manage those skills is the exact same way that I use my troops. So basically, I only see the airship as a support player for my troops. So I don't care about artillery. I don't bring artillery with me. There's actually something pretty odd in the game. A skill that increases your infantry versus artillery damage reduction. Last time I checked, I think that maybe a distance artillery maybe killed 5 of my infantry. Like they don't artillery kills traps, and that's about it. Like maybe if one of my guy trip trips down in front of a cannon, he will be crushed by the cannon, but that's about it. There is no reason to find a place to fit that skill in your defense, because infantry is not going after your infantry. Or maybe if someone brings a full march of infantry, maybe you will kill 30, 25, like a very small amount of them. It's much better to protect yourself against, I would say, high damage troops such as distance or cavaliers. So there we go. After that, you basically follow your airship level. So that right now, everything is maxed out based on my current level. I just crossed the line. I just made it to 42 this very morning, so I was able to upgrade that skill. Now it's maxed out for another 2 level. That's gonna take me a while, like to bring the airship from level 42 all the way to 44. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna take some time. So I know I'm not gonna touch this like this one for a while. That's almost 150k components that I don't need to plan for as we speak. I don't know exactly how much time with the new events. Like in Guns of Glory, my pace is a lot more faster than in King of Avalon. So instead, right now, everything completely maxed out. So I may start looking at increasing March of Fury again. So gaining that extra 500 troops, now that I've maxed out the others, like that's becoming pretty interesting, and also keeping the rule that you always get an additional bonus each and every time that you cross an increment of 5. So that level 16, that will be extremely important for me. That's going to be 6% instead of only 2%. This is what I'm aiming for, but it's not gonna happen for a while. Maybe I'll start planning this one. So I'm pretty sure that by the time I will reach airship level 43, I will most likely have March of Fury up to level 20 and that one guy to 16. That will be my big achievement. After that, I will work on those other skills, knowing that I will only gain 2%. So it seems to me more pressing to bring that guy to 16 than to gain 2% on any of those two skills. It will come just later down the road. All right, so I think that sums it up. Like if I really wanted to do something, I'm even a little bit conflicted about uh, field treatment these days. Is it better for me to reduce the number of casualties, like by increasing my defense, by bringing another, like, would my distance having an advantage against cavalry, would that mean less losses, less casualties than if I was to replace my skill for this one? So that is an automatic, like, of course I will lose less. I will get more wounded, but maybe I will lose a fight that I could win using another offense skills. So it's a 4 star. I brought it up to level 13, and even these days I'm considering that I may reset that single one. Like if I get very close to 20, or if I could maybe make it to March of Fury 21, then I will definitely like recycle all of those components. I will actually need life is catching up on me. It's past 5 p.m. The door, I'm pretty sure that you heard the door in the background. I will need to take a few minutes break and come right back with you. All right, I'm back with you. Nephews needed some attention. They actually got it. So I've been able to come back to my secret lair, hide myself, and talk to you people about any topics that you would feel relevant to cover with me. But yeah, just to complete that theory, the emphasis, this is my combat build. Even these days, I don't reset my abilities. I used to do it, like in the early days of the kingdom, while growing, when I had less farms or when my farms would not produce as much resources as they are doing right now. I would even use the reset all abilities, go from offense more into beast mode, then take it all off from beast. But now it's getting expensive. Resetting the stars, resetting the skill level. So I go more for an in between, all around. So I want to kill a lot and also get good scores in events or be able to kill high level monsters. And as long as resetting those two skills will not give me enough components like to keep adding on combat, this is pretty much what I will keep. So when I have a spare change, sometimes I will spend it, but by now like 53 or like 54k components, that's a little bit too much for my own taste. I may even revert them a little lower. Like I'm not sure that I need all that damage as we speak. Because we are still waiting in Guns of Glory, we still don't have the kingdom-wide event. So we should be able to all start bashing on a big monster, and I think that even in King of Avalon they changed it. We add a small amount of time, and now I think it's up for 24 hours, and you do as much damage as you can within that 24 hours, something like that. But I'm still waiting for it. Would like to get a good rank, so those two skills will become in handy at that point. But definitely, I don't have enough components to have everything maxed out based on the airship level. I focus on the smaller skills. I make sure that those are maxed out, and then I spend my extras on March of Fury. I do something similar on the other side, but my main skill, the very first one, is the infantry defense. That has the lesser airship requirements, so that will always be my big skill on the guardian side. and I add this is a little bit more like my beast hunting with the troop load, gathering all kinds of resources. Most of the time, our alliance will be running an iron mine. We've got the silver, and I think that was a mistake. I'm pretty sure I did not want this to be 4 stars, and most likely I will need to reset it. It may even be better for me to have the 4-star on the troop load. That at least even when I steal RSS from other players, I can still use that as an actual attack and maybe send my troops out with March of Fury, then replace March of Fury for the troop load bonus, swipe it again when I launch it again, and so on. That will be the most effective way of killing troops and then stealing from them, or keeping your march capacity as high as possible and then rob as much RSS as possible. Alright, all of this, oopsie, but I think I caught a glimpse of the comment, enable live chat, automatically block spam messages. Let's uncheck this. I'll try just reducing, let's say, the security around chat, but as long as you don't type anything that is not PG, it should go through and reach me. Okay, well, other than that, let's keep sending my troops out. I'll go in full gathering, I'll switch account so that I will be able to look at my messages on phone and maybe fix a few things with the presentation. But first off, let's send those little guys to the mine. There we go. So here again, always I always try to keep the good reflexes. If it was a war, if our kingdom was just burning and bad guys all over the place, you always want to save or like benefit from the protection of the alliance gathering building. You send your best march in it. You try to use like artillery only to gather on tiles and so on. But I'm part of a super peaceful kingdom. These days, even tile hits, the way that they are known, like hitting people while they are gathering on tiles, it's not really seen as a very, very nice thing across all kingdoms in Guns of Glory, in King of Avalon as well. But it's never bad to keep those good reflexes, and if the time comes, if one player just decides to go rogue, well, they will kill my artillery and I won't really care about it. And at the same time, if they attack my own castle, they will be facing much better troop than a bunch of cannons that don't... Ah, are we doing... Ah, that's brilliant. Brilliant. Alright, so we'll try to rush the underworld gates. It was open 9 minutes ago, so I'm really not sure what we will be able to do. But let's try to at least up on one of those rallies. Oh, come on. Come on. 44 seconds. Why? Uh, oh, that's just a big failure. Well, I just missed the underworld. Yeah, all my marches were out, so obviously I've kept talking and forgot about something extremely, extremely important. What is that? That's cavalry, that's the count. Oh, at least that account is on cooldown, so that doesn't hurt that much. Uh, and it's all over already. Well, that was brilliant. And let's make sure. I'm not even sure that I did chip in a key, because obviously I'm online around that time of the day. I'm just not supposed to be stuck in a live session. So you've seen Dread miss the UE gates, buddy. We've got some goodies. We're not gonna complain about this. Boom. And in 2 days from now, we will have the chance to try the very first monster from. Oh yeah, I getting points. Getting points. That would have been awesome. Anyway, let's not undo all of this. It's too late now. Let's get back to business. Alright, so that was some drama for nothing. I can resend my troops without worrying too much. There we go. So I can leave that one alone for a little while. Yeah, everything looks extremely good. Look, I could even wait for my troops to reach the gathering building and then switch back to combat. That would be the safest thing to do right now. But I feel safe enough already. A little bit too late. Let's just send the fifth march out, then I'll switch to a different account, and we will simply keep talking. Because anyway, all of my accounts are extremely similar in the way that they are built. And pretty soon I will be able to go check my messages and maybe answer a few more questions or try to fix the live chat in here. And yeah, welcome to the boring part of Guns of Glory, finding what you are looking for. So close. go. Alright, switching accounts. A little stamina available here, so let's recall the main march. We've missed the whole fun. And that's also super funny. Why would I read all of this when the only thing that I need to do is that? At least, I don't know, it might help us catch some people not saying the right rank at some point, but it's extremely easy to get access to that information. And just pointing it out, since we're here, individual ranking, boom. So we did a fairly good job, but still, like as a team with the players that we have, if we were just to get our shit together, that like it could look even better for DDS. So there we go. Definitely not bad on the long run, but like strategies to get very high score are fairly easy to follow. And let me double check who sent me messages and who tried to reach out to Dread through the game. As soon as we get that possible issue, okay, trying to interact on the live feed but can't. Look, I will try it myself. I should be able to look at this. Hmm. Let me see. So for that, you will be watching a little troubleshooting. Boom. Don't take a look at my usual web pages at the bottom. Yeah, that's me. And that works pretty well. And that will be me doing this on screen, so I'm gonna I'm gonna hide this. It doesn't make any sense to watch that mirror. But yeah, chat is fully working. I'll try it from my phone as well. But it should be plug and play. I don't know why there would be any issues with this. Alright, and even what I may be tempted to do is stop the recording, well, not the recording, but the whole streaming. Yeah, I'll just stop the recording. We'll keep the streaming going on, but basically you will just hear me talk about trying to fix potential technical issues. I'm not sure how to present this. There we go. Let's see on the phone how. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'll just complete my quick test, make sure that everything is working properly, and then I'll open up the mic for any questions. Okay, so maybe a very, very quick thing. I did receive two comments that chat was not enabled. I didn't really change anything. I just removed the potential spam prevention, but in theory, as long as you did not pose the same question like 50 times in a row, that should work extremely well. So that in pure theory, on your mobile device, it should be as easy as using the bottom part. Boom. All right. So, all right. Now my mirroring device is not working, but the test did work on both phone and web browser version. I've been able to interact with the chat. So at this point, hey, I've missed the only event that we had planned today. I will be doing a few more rallies. I may be doing a quick refresher on the new features that were released in version 1.7. But definitely, I think that the show would be much better with your input. And if you dare me to say anything, try anything, or that's it, prove a concept about something else. But of course, the good thing about those updates is they added a few more guards. So we add the opportunity of talking about guards. They added a few things to the catacombs that gave us also an opportunity. And speaking of which, maybe I will show my current. Well, this is a very nice account in some areas, and it's also very bad in some other areas. So maybe we'll try to do something. Oh, that's actually nice. Yeah, obviously I logged in from a different device. I'm gonna try to grab those doctor gifts right now. Well, there was only 3 minutes left. I may not even get there on time. So let's forget about this. Grab our freebies. Even I'll look into getting the other chest as well. The more recording and the more stuff I do on YouTube, the less I do in the game. So in the last 2 hours before the game resets, sometimes I need to rush a few things and just simply make things happen. And I very rarely go. And that may actually be a very bad thing to say, but I rarely grab that very last chest. The only thing that I'm missing is that one single key, but managing multiple accounts and bringing multiple accounts to 5 or 6 chests so far has been a much better strategy for me than focusing on 1, 2 accounts just to get like this is nothing compared to what a farm can actually gather like in a day. So if managing 4 farms and 3 accounts, yeah, would bring me less than this, maybe I would review my strategies. But right now, like I would need to spend yeah, at least a bit too much time on that very specific account to get it. But going to 340, yeah, I will need to double check what I'm missing. But the Mystic Jackpot is in one move, in one click, I can get 30 of them. That's always a very easy push. Then I will need to figure out what to do with the other 50. Seems that I may not have yet used all of this. Alright, so let's do a little bit of shopping. Yeah, I did that first one. There we go. And my objective most of the time, you'll see that I'm extremely picky in how I spend my gold. I will rarely, very rarely spend gold at the marketplace. What I'm trying to get here is free resources. Trade some resources. Most of the time, wood, you always have wood in extra. I'm not really looking at losing food for wood. So that's like there's no deal. It's not flashing red, purple, or blue. So it's a fairly quiet day today. So that's always good. Getting more silver, more iron. We will never say no to this, but even 15 gold to gain 15 minutes of time. I have other ways of getting those speed ups. Definitely not the best deal ever. Sometimes 1 hour. I may actually buy 1 hour once in a while. That doesn't represent much resources, so I would rather take it just to keep the ball rolling, see what's hiding behind, and once I'm really sure that I have no interest in nothing currently displayed on screen, I'll click the refresh and simply keep doing the same. So that we love trading. Like I have a decent pile of wood. I have a lot more wood in packs, like in items that I can open at any time. So burning wood for better resources always sounds like a very good option to me. But food I want to keep. So even this guy, yeah, just to see, and that's it. Intensity gear, 4 gold, definitely not the best option these days. I can get it pretty much for free or almost for free from different stores. Okay, a few more shots of astrologers. There we go. Let's clean this. Jackpot 14 minutes ago. Pretty sure I won't be getting this.